As she promised me that I was more than all the miles combined. You must have had yourself a change of heart like halfway through the drive, because your voice trailed off exactly as you passed my exit sign. Kept on driving straight and left our future to the right. Now I am stuck between my anger and the blame that I can't face. Memories are something even smoking weed cannot replace. Now I'm terrified of weather, cause I see you when it rains. Doc told me to travel, but there's COVID on the planes. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now your tire tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half. That'll have to do. So I thought that if I piled something good in on my bad, that I could cancel out the darkness I inherited from that. No, I am no longer funny, cause I miss the way you laugh. You once called me forever, now you still can't call me back. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. It's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now your tired tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half. That'll have to do. No, that'll have to do. My other half was you, and I hope this pain's just passing through. I doubt it. Yeah, I love Vermont, but it's the season of sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now your tired tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half. That'll have to do, have to do.
All right. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How you doing? Same here, Alma. And what do you mean you don't know that I like true crime? I was birthed from the Chris Watts case. But I know there's not going to be a lot of people here because a lot of people aren't interested in this topic, but it's something that I have definitely have been deep diving into. Oh, hush, Sasquatch, hush. So, I am going to talk about today the timeline, and we're going to talk about Gannon's mother, Landon, a little bit. And if I have time, I'm going to play one of the pretext calls between Gannon's father and Letecia, the recorded phone calls. I'm here and will always be here no matter what the time. Well, thank you, Alma. I don't expect many people because people see the title and they're like, no, thank you. I am only here for knockdown, drag out drama, and I'm just not going to do that. So, not right now, anyways. Maybe next time. Hello, Bong Bong MB. Bong Bong MB. That's quite a name. Bong Bong. Bong Bong. You know what's so fucked up? You can hear Gannon screaming yeah, no. I know. It's really sad. So I'm kind of just going to go over, like, first of all, for people who don't know, kind of a little bit of the timeline of the case here. So give me just 1 second. All right. All right. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Let me see. I'm doing this wrong. How do I want to do it? Let's see. All right. So I'm just going to read through this. Okay. So this was posted on March 20th, 2020. Maybe you should get a more up to date one. Oh, because this is when I was searching because I am trying to establish a timeline here. This is when his body was found. Okay, so I'm gonna read this and then we'll go over the timeline. Okay, so Colorado boy Gannon Stauch's body found 2 months after going missing. Stepmother facing new charges. So Letecia was already arrested at this point. Okay, and this is again March the 20th of 2020. And that's the dates are important because of the pretext calls and all the other case information that has come out since the trial has ended. Hey, everybody in the chat that's coming in. It's good to see you. Hey, Wild. All right, I'm going to read this article so I cannot see StreamYard. All right. This is Gannon's biological mother right here, Landon. Beautiful woman inside and out. Okay. The remains of an 11-year-old Colorado boy missing since January 27th were found nearly 1,400 miles away from his home Friday, confirming his family's worst fears. Gannon Stauch's body was found near Escambia, I guess that's how you say that, River Bridge on Interstate 90 near Pace, Florida, by a Florida Department of Transportation construction crew. All right, hold on. Pace is 15 miles north of Pensacola. The news was devastating to Gannon's mother, father, and younger sister. They're distraught with this information, said the El Paso County senior deputy, blah, blah, blah. So, Letecia, this whole thing with her murdering Gannon happened in Colorado. So now we can get into the timeline. Okay. The discovery of Gannon's but before, let me finish this, of course. The discovery of Gannon's remains led Colorado's El Paso County District Attorney Office to file 9 additional charges against his stepmother, Letecia Stauch, who was arrested for Gannon's murder on March the 2nd in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because she and her daughter, Harley, fled from Colorado to South Carolina. So today, we're just kind of establishing a timeline, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty details. Stauch was the last person to have seen Gannon in late January when she told police he stayed home from school. She told them he went missing that afternoon after leaving the family home to play with a neighbor friend. Surveillance video from that day captured by one of Stauch's neighbors revealed that she left with the boy in a truck and returned 4 hours later in what appeared to be an empty vehicle. Now, this is an old article, and that is not true. It was not an empty vehicle. She left with Gannon in the truck. They were gone for 4 hours. They came home and she murdered him in his bedroom. For weeks, searchers combed fields and streams in the area near Gannon's home by horseback, yada yada. Oh God, I sound like her. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada, whatever, whatever, whatever. Um, but okay, I'm gonna get the other article. So with the timeline on it here. That's where in El Paso County? Yeah, she did come home with him. That was established later. That's an old article that I just read. So, yeah, it is confirmed that he was definitely with her and was murdered in his bedroom right before his little sister got off the school bus, pretty much. All right, here we go. Didn't she clean the car too? Yeah, but there really wasn't a lot in the car. Everything was in his bedroom. Yeah, I don't know. Well, she didn't do a very good job. She didn't do a very good job. Thank God she didn't do a very good job. They were able to figure it out pretty quick. And when I play Landon's interview, Landon is Gannon's mother. This is his stepmother here, Letecia, fucking demon. All right. So this is around 4 months ago, 5 months ago, when the closing statements of the trial were happening. So closing statements are expected on Friday in the trial against Letecia Stauch after accusing of killing her stepson, Gannon, 11 years old. Here's a timeline of everything that's happened. Okay. There's Gannon. Isn't he precious? Absolutely precious little boy. Okay. 2020. Remember, we're back in 2020. January 27th, Stauch allegedly kills Gannon in their home in the Lorson Ranch neighborhood of unincorporated El Paso County, Colorado, just southeast of Colorado Springs. Stauch reports Gannon missing later in the evening. February 1st, Stauch leaves Colorado with her daughter, Harley Hunt, after investigators began to suspect Stauch had something to do with Gannon's disappearance. Yeah, the bitch ran. February 4th, Stauch allegedly dumps Gannon's body, which was hidden inside a suitcase, over a bridge near Pensacola, Florida. So, to elaborate on that, in the suitcase was Gannon's body, all of his bedding from his bedroom, pillow, and 3 gun casings from where she had shot him in the jaw after she had stabbed him 18 times and hit him in the head with a blunt force object that prosecutors and autopsy people described shattered his skull like an eggshell. Stauch is already okay. March 2nd, Stauch is arrested by police. March 4th, while being transported back to Colorado, Stauch assaults a deputy with a Monster energy drink and attempts to take her firearm. Now, that is a hilarious, it's funny, not funny type of thing. But that was caught on camera and was played in the courtroom, so you can watch that sometime as well. Stauch makes her first appearance in Colorado's fourth, blah, blah, blah. Gannon's body, March 17th, is discovered by 2 bridge inspectors in Florida. March 20th, law enforcement announces it had discovered Gannon's body. June 4th, a second case is opened against Stauch for an alleged attempt to escape from the El Paso County Jail. Yep, that happened. She tried to escape the prison. Dr. Jackie Grimmett, who testified to Stauch's trial last week, found Stauch to be competent to proceed trial. Because when this went to trial, Letecia pled guilty by reason of insanity. Because she's a fucking psycho, but she's not insane in the fact that she doesn't know what she's doing. She's very well aware of what she's doing. She's a manipulative piece of shit. Okay, okay, that's all just yeah. February 11th of 2022, Stauch gets permission from Judge Werner to change her plea to not guilty by reason of insanity. Werner announces the first sanity examination conducted by the state hospital in Pueblo found Stauch to be sane at the time she killed Gannon. Stauch's defense requests a second sanity examination to be conducted. So they found her, able to stand trial. All right, I want to get into this video or a couple of videos that I have. I kind of just want to introduce people to Gannon's real mother, who I think is just adorable. Um, and I feel for her. And I think that she's a very strong person, stronger than most people could be. So Gannon lived with his father and his stepmother, obviously, because I think Landon was struggling with some things at the time. But this is her. This is Gannon's mother.
And try to prepare myself for the 4th.
to be in the same room when a woman, a thing, an evil being, took the life of my son, where she's ordered to enter her plea. I'm sitting here wondering what stuff she may pull or what I feel like she may say, if anything at all. Only thing I ask is that you tell the truth. You owe it to Gannon. You owe it to him. Stop the lies. Just tell the truth. You can actually be more of a person if you can just do that. That's all.
All right, there's that one. Let me play one more. That was before the trial. And let me get this real quick. Hey, Alan, good to see you.
Years after an 11-year-old Colorado boy's murder, a
Oh,
jury
let me
finds his
rewind it a
own.
little bit.
3 years after an 11-year-old Colorado boy's murder, a jury finds his own stepmother, Letecia Stauch, guilty on all counts.
A judge sentencing her to life without parole today as well. Fox 31's Nicole Fierro covered this case from the very beginning 3 years ago. She's now the first to sit one-on-one with Gannon's biological mother just hours after that verdict. She joins us live tonight with more on what she had to say. Nicole.
Yeah, we just left the house within the last hour. She had so much to say about Gannon, about the woman now convicted of murdering him, about the community that supported her so much over the last 3 years. Let's get right into just part of this interview.
Peace. That's all I found was peace. For more than 3 years, I've struggled. You try to put puzzle pieces together of what makes sense. And no matter how hard you try to make sense of it, it never made sense to me. But to hear that the verdict today, guilty, made more sense to me.
You've had to hear a lot. 5 weeks of the worst possible things being talked about with your son, with this person that is now convicted of murdering him. Was there a harder part than others?
Yeah, there's two in particular that I can't get rid of. One of which is the video where he says, "Pinky promise." That's all I hear is "pinky promise." And then the other is when she imitates his last breath. That really got to me. I think that was a huge jab, and it just shows you how evil a person could be.
Being in the room with her for 5 weeks after 3 years of waiting, that must have been tough.
Yeah, it was real tough. You have to look at that person. And she's made eye contact with me a few times, and then it's just like it burns my soul. Like it just like, how can you even look at me? How can you even look at anybody in the family? Knowing what you did and you still can't admit it is just, she is the definition of coward and evil in my eyes. And the sad thing, 18 stab wounds, 4 blunt force to the head, a gunshot, all of that. Gannon still loved her, I believe, in his last breath, because that's who he is.
Hey, Amanda.
And I don't want to try to be a biased mom, but my son was different, very different, and she took advantage of it. And she was blessed to even have him in her life.
Now, that's just 2 minutes of over 30 we just spent with her. We're going to have more for you at 10 o'clock, a lot more tomorrow, too. We are told we could sit down with the DA and Al as well tomorrow. We'll bring you the very latest as soon as we can. Reporting live here from El Paso County Courthouse, Nicole Fierro, Fox 31.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a second. I'm trying to find the next one I was going to pull up. Where did I put it? All right, here it is. Okay, so hopefully the docket doesn't come for me for playing this. But this is, what is the date? Let's see. This was, I believe, Gannon went missing on January 27th, 2020. I think this was taken, or this police interview was taken the following day or the day after that. So this is Landon's interview with police after she flew down from South Carolina to help find her son. It's just shows you a mother's intuition. Please don't come for me, Docket. I am not bringing in 600 viewers over here. All right.
There we go. Maybe. Good. There you go. All right. So my name is Nick. I'm obviously a detective with El Paso County. Could I get your name real quick?
Landon Hyatt.
Landon?
E-N.
E-N?
H-I-O-T-T.
H what?
H-I-O-T-T.
O-T-T. Okay. And what's your date of birth? 85. Awesome. So I understand you came in from South Carolina?
Well, he technically does own it because he paid for it, and then he has like his little, watermark on there and the music in the background. So, please don't strike me, Docket. I just want to play the interview. I'm not over here bringing in like hundreds of people, okay? So, it's just for really whoever hasn't caught it or watched it. So, I mean, isn't the point in all of this is to share the information, right? So, I'm just sharing information.
Okay. And we interviewed you guys yesterday. So we're not, I really don't think we need to rehash that. But pretty much from the point that you guys left here, during the night, this
Let me just add that Letecia hated Landon. She's the ex-wife, the biological mother of these two children, Gannon and his little sister Lena. And I believe that a huge part in her hatred for Gannon was that he loved his mother. He was a mama's boy. He loved his mother, and that drove Letecia crazy, in my personal opinion. And she wanted to hurt Al and Landon as much as possible. And what other way to do that than by murdering their child and then torturing them with not giving up the information of where that child was thrown off a bridge.
morning, tell me what has changed, what's happened.
So this morning I wake up. She got in the house last night around 1 or 2.
Okay.
And she arrived with her daughter Harley and Harley's car. Previously, she had turned in a rental car that she has.
Okay.
And
Hey,
rode her
Harley
daughter
girl.
back to the house. So this morning I woke up and I went and asked Albert if she's there, and he said yeah. So this morning around, I'm still messed up on time, mid-morning, he called us in the room to talk to her. I called the investigators already to let them know that, hey, she's here. I'd already called this morning.
Okay.
Because, let me turn this off.
Yeah, I should probably do that too.
So she calls us in the bedroom and she's talking to us. And initially, you had my whole story yesterday of him running away and him seeing that to come and go and all of that stuff.
Yes.
So today, and the story had also changed from that until he left at 3:30ish to go to a neighbor's house and never came. He was never home, and that's vouched by multiple neighbors.
Okay.
Lena did not see him that morning.
Sunday morning or Monday
morning?
Monday morning. Okay.
Did not see him. He supposedly stayed out of school because he was sick.
Right.
Tisha said that the night before he got all burnt on Sunday because she was panicking and she was pacing back in front of the room. And she said he had a short sleeve shirt on and a long sleeve shirt. And apparently there was this huge fire downstairs from a candle. And on the couch, where Gannon supposedly was sleeping, there's like 5 or 6 marks on the couch and underneath the carpet. She told me previously on the phone that there was a piece of carpet that was ripped out because the candle burned on it. So I went last night and I pulled it up, and to be sure, there's a piece of carpet cut out and another piece of carpet over it, another one over it, and there's some stuff on the couch.
Okay.
There's no flames. There's a
Well, that's what she says, Nat Chloe. She says that Gannon burned the couch. I don't for one second. Hey, Nevaeh, do not believe that that is what happened. Yeah, supposedly. I think, I don't know. She had something to do with that. I mean, like, a part of me wonders, did she, because she said she threw his blankets on top of the fire, which is stupid. Like, why? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. The fact that she cut the carpet piece out is weird. I wonder if she tried to set him on fire, and that's why she didn't take him to school the next day, because he had burns all over him. So we'll have to get into the candle thing sometime.
couple blankets, because she said that she put a whole bunch of blankets over the fire, and she also took the blankets and the clothes that Gannon was wearing and got rid of them.
Okay.
And she said Gannon was all burned up from the fire and bleeding from the fire. Didn't make much sense. And also said that my daughter said that on the little light switch in his room that it had blood, and they end up whopping it off. That happened sometime Sunday. Monday, back to the whole story with him Lena never seen him that morning. Tisha said that he was in the bed. Lena didn't go check on him. When Lena got in from school, she asked about Bubba, and she said Bubba's not feeling good, and she was told to go get the mail.
Is that Gannon?
Yeah,
Okay.
Bubba. Yeah,
Okay.
Bubba. And then Tisha, I asked her, I was like, where's Gannon? And she said, well, that day we took him shopping, and then when we got back at the house, there was an intruder in the house.
I agree with that, Alma.
Person, and she was screaming rape. And she said she was trying to go to her gun, but she couldn't get to the gun. He got the gun first, which, like, in my mind, if somebody's in there, I've been raised, if someone walks in my house, I'm going to blow your brains out. I don't care. I'm just telling you that. If someone walks in my house, I'm going to shoot them.
Okay.
So, anyways, this whole story happened, and she said she don't know how he came in. It was jumping over the fence. He rode a car. There's no evidence of that. No neighbors have seen that. Okay. And so supposedly during that whole time frame, Gannon has gone missing, and supposedly this Hispanic guy took him, and Gannon was bleeding during this time. Mm-hmm. And then after that, she didn't call anybody. She panicked.
Did she say what time all of this happened?
Yeah, she said 2:30 is when she got back, and the intruder was there.
Monday
My
afternoon.
daughter, yeah. My daughter gets off of her bus around 3:05, 3:15. Mm-hmm. A neighbor came by and said they seen Lena open up the garage, getting her bicycle, going to do the mail.
Right.
Gannon was never there.
Okay.
So during that whole time frame, she is being raped. Intruders in the house, can't get the gun. Gannon's gone missing. Mm-hmm. And I asked her, I said, hey, Tisha, if that was Harley, what would you do?
So Letecia, psychopath demon, had about 15 different stories on what happened. One of them, which is the one his mother, Landon, is sitting here talking about that Letecia told her, was that there was an intruder in the house, and the intruder raped her and kidnapped Gannon. She's just so full of shit. There's so many stories.
And she just changed the subject. I'm like, I'd call 911. I'd call Albert and let them know somebody's in my house.
I absolutely love that part right there.
Oh, shut up.
And so that was her whole, well, Albert's not going to believe me if I do that. I'm scared. So I'm like, Tisha, if you're scared, I truthfully, honestly believe she knows where my child's at. Mm-hmm. Last night, she came in at 1 or 2 o'clock. Why? Is she going where Gannon's at? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I have no clue.
Right.
Only thing that I know is that her story has changed 5 or 6 times. She got a rental car, turned the rental car in. She has her personal car, which is Albert's car. And I asked her, I said, where's the car parked? And she said it's at the airport.
Okay.
So I don't know if that car has left at some point, whether it's to go shopping, whether it's to take my son.
Right.
But there's a reason why that car is not back at that house. So I have no clue. I don't believe my son ran away. Okay. My son is not the type of person to go and not come back home.
Right.
My son does not like the outdoors all that much. He'd rather be sitting in a chair playing video games helping around the house, spending time with his sister.
Okay.
None of this time frame have I ever seen my two kids not together.
Right.
If Gannon's outside, Lena's outside. If Lena's outside, Gannon's outside. They have, during our separation, they have become best friends.
Okay.
And they take that
Oh wow,
bond very, very
Kelval, that's
closely.
crazy.
Brandon, that's my brother. Gannon knows that Lena's his sister, and that wherever she goes, he's going to protect her.
Mm-hmm.
So the first red flag was that they weren't together.
Okay.
And that's all that I really know.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, something's not adding up. First, when I called her, when I've just heard about my son missing at 11 p.m., what was it? Monday, I just got in from work, laying on the couch. Why am I just finding out my kid's missing at 11?
Right.
So I come up here.
Do you know what time now? Albert is also Eugene.
Yep, Eugene.
Okay. Do you know what time Albert got home from Oklahoma?
Yeah, well, I have it in a call record. He called me when he pulled up. I have to kind of cipher it because I called him back and back just to see.
Right, right.
What's today? Wednesday, so that was
Yes.
on Monday. Around 10:30
a.m.
That's wrong.
Or
My
PM.
record don't go back that far. I have to go in my T-Mobile
Oh,
because
okay.
I made so many phone calls it cuts off on Monday.
Okay, that's no problem.
So I do know where I was. He had just. What time did I get here on Monday from the flight? It was in the morning for him because they still had to get pizza. They got pizza and stuff dropped off at the house.
Okay.
I want to say it was about 11 or 12 here. I'm not certain, but I can look in my records.
Okay. We can find out from him. No big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was never called and told I wasn't.
Right. So last night, Letecia,
Mm-hmm.
she said around 2:30 she came home from shopping, right?
Last night?
She told you guys last
Monday.
night or this morning?
Yes, this morning. So Monday she came back home from shopping around 2:30. That's when the trigger was in the house.
And he's already in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
And everything was locked.
She...
There's no signs of nothing.
Okay. She just said everything looked normal when she drove in?
She even sent me, let me pull up this. And I told the people yesterday that I spoke with, every time that I've talked to her, she's called unknown and she's messaged off of my son's phone. She also told me.
Now, if I remember correctly, Landon and Letecia had not spoken in about 2 years at this point. They very much disliked each other. And this witch, Letecia, had the nerve to text Gannon's mother, who we're watching right here, from Gannon's cell phone. That's how she chose to contact her. I want to say she used a text now number at one point also, but yeah.
This morning that he went in Gannon's room. Monday, when all this happened, she sent me pictures and said Gannon's room. So you're saying he left planning to do something else, but then something else happened.
Mm-hmm.
And she says his room is not touched and sent me pictures of how this was Monday. No, Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday morning because I found out around 11.
Exactly, Alan. Exactly.
The whole thing, and she just kept saying like some of the stuff like she was pointing at herself.
Right.
I do not think he is okay, but I also have to be real. If they see the news, they are criminals. Let's see.
So could I see those pictures again?
Mm-hmm.
And those are pictures that she sent Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Do you mind?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Download on your phone?
Oh, I don't mind.
However, we don't care. We don't
mind. Like I don't even care. But I know there are some on there. So, but no.
Let me go get a waiver.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For last year, of 18. I started working with T-Mobile.
Sometimes when there's a lot more stuff on the phone, it takes a little bit longer, but it shouldn't take maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I got to skip through some of this.
this real quick. HIOTT?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I know you've already said that we can. However, I need to go over this with you. This is a consent to allow us to download your phone. You have the right to refuse that. However, some of the stuff that I've seen may be helpful in the investigation. So that's basically all this says. It says, that you
All right,
you
I'm gonna
authorize a
skip through
search
this
aid for
paperwork
is that
stuff.
for tattoo on wires? Yes. Let me get your signature there.
Do have that. Okay.
None of it. The only thing we're interested in is what pertains to the situation that we're looking into. Let me go get.
There,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
please. I mean, no, we call you. Maybe from Tennessee, Landon, hashtag.
To some problems.
It's amazing, though, that, begged from the get go. Unfortunately.
Like a white lightning bolt on the battery when it's charging. Okay. We're having problems. It's not charging for us, and it's too
Low
dead to read. Couple things we can do.
No
We
problem.
can
Will do.
try
Will
to get it
do.
to charge, and I can
I have
bring
a
it back to
charger.
you. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you staying at the house?
Staying at the hotel with the family because we don't know anything about the house yet.
Okay. Would you be willing to let us hold on to it and charge it?
Then to reach out to Albert, and that's the only thing.
Can Albert contact them? Or I forget, because is it still out in that area?
No, it's Colorado. No, it says at the end.
You're kind of.
Oh my God, is this?
middle of
Watch, I
town.
probably am stupid and it's not
Oh,
even the
without
right
doubt.
interview.
So yeah, I can tell you we're doing everything we can. Okay. All right.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Tell me I got the wrong interview.
So that's the.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. All right, let's see. Where is the one I'm looking for? Give me a second. I swear that was it. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for the one where she's talking about Lena. Give me a second. There's so many on here. Well, we may just skip that and go to the call that I'm wanting to play. I thought I had my ducks in a row, but of course I don't. Let's see, is it this one? Let me check. Okay, that's not it. Where the fuck is it? Video with Al. Is it this one? Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Low budget production. All right, we'll do that another time then, because I'm not gonna sit here and have dead air while I look for that. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up one of the recorded pretext calls between Letecia and Al, where she's just absolutely torturing this person, in my personal opinion. All right, here we go. So this is a call on February 15th between Al and Letecia. Ooh, a burrito had. Whoa. Okay. All right. We're going to skip to this and then I will figure out that whole interview thing later. Thought I knew what I was doing, but you just never.
Call her. I told her to call.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Why are you moving again?
Why do you think? I mean, it's like a week by week thing. I told you that.
You do what?
I'm like week by week in these hotels.
Why can't you live in the house?
I don't know. I can't even like go in without an escort at this point. So
Because the house is a crime scene, Letecia, as you well know. And again, the reason that they're not allowed in the house is because it's a crime scene, but part of that crime scene is Gannon's bedroom. There was massive blood loss in the bedroom, particularly on his mattress, where it soaked all the way through the mattress, down to the floor, through the carpet, to the concrete underneath the carpet. And Al knows this. And he's playing Letecia because he wants answers. He knows that she holds the key to what happened to his son. So
So how are you paying for hotels?
I just paid a little bit week by week, and Uncle Jeff paid for this past week. So I told you that already. That
Are you by yourself?
Yes.
Did you spend my?
Yes. Why? Who else would I be with?
I should have been with you, Albert.
You think I wasn't lonely on freaking Valentine's Day?
Look, I should be with you. I've been begging to be with you.
We can talk about that, but I want to talk about whatever you're talking about on this iCloud.
No, I logged back. I got into my iCloud finally because I only had partial whatever, and I couldn't do a backup. And I finally got the backup done, and there was like a crap ton of messages came through on my phone, and then there's this text message that they should have saw on my phone because it came through on February 5th, and it's like basically almost like a retarded person or something. But it says the boy or money or no boy.
So at this point, she has changed her story to Quincy. Wasn't it Quincy Jones? Right, Nat Chloe? Quincy Jones abducted Gannon. Remember in the last time I talked about this, how she was screaming about how she needed immunity because Quincy Jones was threatening her life. So now she's telling Al that the police should have seen in her phone records where this person messaged her saying, give me money for the kid. She also talks about taking a polygraph test, which she took. Quincy Brown, yeah. Hey, Pink, good to see you. She's just full of shit, man. The whole lie detector, Quincy Jones, Quincy Brown, whatever. What is the other one? Eduardo. Like, there's so many names she throws out, it's hard to keep track of which one's which. Now, this phone call is over 2 hours long. I will not be able to get into all of it, but, we're going to do what we can here. But, yeah, she faked that whole polygraph thing, all kinds of shit. And her fake-ass polygraph that she paid for, exactly.
And I tried to get help. I sent it to the tip line to see if they can check. I've been trying to call all morning to get help, but no one helped me.
Hey, I can't hear you.
I said no one helped me because I'm a bad person.
But
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. But what? I mean, that's all it said. No money, no boy, or something like that.
I'm saying there's a bunch of those voicemails. Like it came, I had 30-some voicemails, and a lot of them were bull crap and threats and stuff. So I hadn't went through all of them, and like literally all I saw was the first message that said that, and it freaked me out. And I had someone to look up the number to try to see where it was at, and it said it said that it originated from Washington. They weren't one of those like fake things. It was an actual number from Washington. Like I had someone track the number where it was at now, and it went to Roy. It was right outside of Roy Elementary.
Where's that at?
Like I don't know if this is like people screwing with me. I don't know, but I was trying to reach out to you as soon as I seen it, so that they should have solved this on my phone. Because it was February 5th.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they're like laser focused on finding Gannon right now, and that's kind of the priority right now. I mean,
well, I understand that, but that was why I was saying that. That is about Gannon. Why are you trying to make it seem like I wasn't saying that?
I'm not trying to make it seem like nothing. I mean, I did you tell them about what we talked about yesterday about Quincy Brown and all that?
I sent it in, yes. Do that same thing that they keep posting online because no one was writing back on the numbers that you gave me.
Well, I guarantee you they're out looking for that dude now because he is freaking. You know how I get all worried about Mike and Landon and all that shit back home, and I looked him up and he's a freaking, oh my God, sex offender. He's a bad dude, Tisha. And if he's got my son and I'm freaking, you know how I was about Mike and he had some criminal stuff, but this is a whole nother level. So I'm sure they're out looking for him now. So.
Did you give them the information? I did.
Yeah, you said you did. I mean.
Yeah, no, I did.
Right, you said you were talking to Bethel, right?
I sent it to message her, but she never wrote back. So I had that Kate somebody's number, the other lady that was with her that day, and so I sent it to her because I was like, between her and her, someone would read the messages.
Okay, yeah. I haven't got it. Mark hasn't reached out to me this morning, but I'm sure that I mean, based on this dude being as freaking horrible as he is, I'm sure they're out there looking for him. Dude, I mean, can you remember anything else about Quincy Brown other than I know you said you saw his ID? I mean, they had the bike or the SUV, right, with the bike rack. I mean, anything close to an address at all that would help them? Now that you have more.
I told you if you would let me come be with you and help, I will walk everybody through everything. But you're refusing that and not standing up.
Me. So Letecia is not going to give up any information until Al cradles her in his arms and tells her how much he loves her. So that's a running theme here is, you won't see me, you won't be with me, you don't want our family together. Well, you won't tell him where his son is.
For me to do that.
No, Actually, I am. I'm trying to get this relevant information that you're providing to them. So that is standing up for you.
Okay, taking up for me too. It's also you got to understand, Albert, and this is not me trying to take away from whatever. Unless I'm like protected completely, this is it's just a whole crazy thing. You got to understand, Albert.
Well, help me understand.
I'm begging you to tell you that I begged you to come stay with you. I've been like, babe, let me just stay with you, spend the night. Please, I will talk to you. Please, everything. I've tried everything, and you just keep telling me no. and I hate all this because I'm not a bad person. I'm innocent. I agreed to even take a lie detector test for you.
Well, that's not for me. I don't have. I'm not going to give you a lie detector test. Well,
for you, it's not permissible in court because it's not. I said for you to believe me.
But who are you? Have you talked to them about this lie detector test, or you just told me about it?
No, I got recalled from big time attorneys. I got Jose Baez law firm willing to come and meet me. That's how much they know it's screwed up. You know who the Baez law firm is?
You know I don't pay attention to that shit.
Do you know who they represented?
No.
Okay, that part just kills me when she's talking about Jose Baez. And if you don't know who that is, Jose Baez was Casey Anthony's attorney. So she's trying to convince people that Jose Baez is going to defend her.
Tell me.
A lot of big time names. And like People magazine, people are like pissed that that the way that things are going is not the direction of my team. And so if you don't want to be on my team to be like against them fucking everything, then these people will put it out there.
What that?
And it ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it.
What are they gonna put out there?
What?
That you're gonna take a lie detector?
No. Yeah, I will for you. I would do it for you.
Well, let's do it then. Then let's do it. Let's do it now. I mean, call the FBI or call whoever and tell them you're ready today. Hey.
I don't know who to call. You have all these contacts. Nobody will talk to me.
The only person I know. Listen, I sent you a number. I think. What was her name from the FBI? Amber, maybe. I sent you an email. You look back on your email. You got a contact, and she when she called me that one time, she reached out and said, anything you need, any way we can help, anything we can do to help find Gannon. And I think that would qualify as something that would help. Okay?
What would qualify?
What you're talking about is lie detector test.
That would help find Gannon by me taking a lie detector test that I've already told you?
If you're listen, I know, but listen to me. Walk through this logically. You're smart now, okay? If you're saying they're barking up the wrong tree, okay?
Yep.
And that wrong tree is you, and the lie detector test will get them off of that tree and on a different tree. Don't you think that will help?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll back to what we talked about yesterday. It'll show your innocence. It'll show you didn't do it. It'll show you don't even need immunity. Okay, you don't. I mean, it'll prove all those things.
Yeah, you still have to because lie detector tests are not permissible in court.
Okay, but I'm just trying to. You said you'll do that for me.
All the lie detector test does is prove what a person's saying to someone they're trying to prove it to. Like people go to Dr. Phil and do it, places like that.
Okay, all right. Hey, Tisha, listen. I'm willing. I'm willing to take the lie detector test. You brought up. I mean, I'm willing to work with you or whatever. My peace of mind. But if you're gonna sit here and tell me it's not worthwhile. Do I even talk about it?
I didn't say that. I said for you. I said I wanted to do it for you. You're focusing on doing it for someone else. I'm trying to tell you I want to do it for you.
It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about barking up the wrong tree.
You for Gannon.
Babe, if they're barking up the wrong tree, this will get them on the right tree. Okay?
Okay. I will do it.
So you need to reach out to Amber, whatever her, tell her whatever you're willing to do or not do, okay? That's the only way I know to go about it. So it's for me and you, and I know that'll confirm it. Just tell me the truth right now.
Albert, you won't even help me get the freaking ID so I can go to a doctor's office, and you want me to just keep going over and over and over the same thing. Yeah,
Tisha, yes, I do, because...
Did you kick me off of TRICARE or something?
I can't kick you off of TRICARE. That only happens anyways. You're trying to spin this in a different direction. We're talking about...
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to go to the doctor. That's it.
You could go to the doctor any day of the week. I can't kick you off a track.
I need an ID. They took all my stuff. I need an ID.
You need the sponsor social security number, and I know you know my social, so don't even play me, Tisha.
Okay, but I can't go on base.
Okay.
Without the ID.
Well, go to if you got to go to the doctor that bad, go to the doctor somewhere and we'll pay the fee. Okay, that's I'm not gonna say that's irrelevant, but we're focused on Gannon right now. Okay.
Okay, and we're trying to be with you to focus on Gannon. So
Well,
I'm asking you.
and guess what? We are talking together right now, so we are working together on this right now on the phone.
So
Okay.
can me and Harley come stay with you, and I will meet them to do this test and everything.
Listen. I need the truth first, and that's what I've said the whole time. Tell me the same. Listen, let's just stop. Okay. No, don't oh God me.
I just agreed to a lie detector test, and now it's still not good enough for you, Albert.
No, it is. It's perfect. That's what I want you to do. Okay, because there has been multiple stories, but tell me the story right now that you're going to tell on the lie detector test. That's what I want.
You don't tell stories on a lie detector
I know.
test.
Okay. Do you want me to put you through that and ask you questions? I'll do it. Okay. Is the bike accident a true story? Did he fall and bust his head, or was his head already bleeding before you?
Okay, so I skipped the last phone call just because they're so long, and I wanted to get into one that was a little more energetic. I don't know how you want to explain it, but her story changed in the last phone call he had with her. That Gannon had an accident on a bicycle that they were trying to purchase for Al, and busted his head and was bleeding, and somebody carried him to the hospital. So that's why they're talking about the bicycle.
You got there. Which one is it?
Head already bleeding.
I'm just asking. Was a bike accident true?
Why would his head already be bleeding?
I don't know, because I've fallen off my bike 100 times and didn't bust my head bad enough to go to the 911, right? Okay, I'm just trying to sort through this. Is the bike accident true?
Albert, I did not hurt you.
I didn't ask you that, okay? Is the bike accident true? It's yes or no. This is a lie detector test right now. Yes or no?
Somebody has Gannon, Albert. I need protection to help you.
I understand that.
Please.
And I'm trying to help you right now.
He will beat me. He will abuse me. He will hurt me. And I keep telling you this, and you're not catching the hint.
Is the bike accident true? That's where we're starting.
Are you going to protect me from him?
We're gonna, yes, you're gonna. If once you call Amber, you're gonna get the protection you need. I don't have a gun. I don't have a badge. Amber does, and she's the one that's gonna protect you.
But you are my husband. Why
I am, and as your husband, you need to respect that I'm trying to give you the best guidance I have, okay, and get you to the protection you're asking for. If you call Amber, she'll get somebody with you wherever you're at to protect you, okay?
But why aren't you willing to do that?
How am I gonna?
Exactly, Alma. I've been saying there's a lot of truth sprinkled into her massive amount of lies. You just have to know where to pick them out.
Protect you against people trying to beat you and kill you.
I'm asking you to come live with you because you are my husband and you're supposed to provide for us a place to stay.
Do you see how he asked her a yes or no question, and now she has completely diverted to, you won't let me stay with you. Are you going to protect me, Al? I need to stay with you. This imaginary man that I've made up in my mind is going to beat me and murder me and blah, blah, blah. Bitch. She's such an evil, twisted bitch.
Right. And I've done that from day one. So you're not going to question my ability to protect or provide you. So listen, hey, back up. You said you wanted to do something for me.
Just tell me yes or no, Albert.
No.
And me and Holly come stay with you.
I'm not answering any questions right now because you told me that you do something for me, and that's answer some yes or no questions, basically a lie detector.
I said I want to be with you. I didn't say like you're going to put me on. We can talk about this in person. Why does it have to be over phone so you can like record people and shit?
So now I'm recording you. What you've done to me for 5 years is what I'm doing to you. That's projection, Tisha, and I'm not putting up with that. Okay? All right.
Did you record me yesterday?
No, why would I record you? I haven't recorded anything. What are you talking about?
Did you have somebody sitting with you coaching you what to say?
No, I don't need a coach. I've done this for a living for 11 years, Tisha.
I said said I want to talk to you in person.
All right, go. Guess what? Your freaking sister's calling me. Tell her to leave me alone.
Who? What sister?
Amy, whatever
Don't
her
even
name
talk
is.
to any of them. She should be calling you. Don't even talk to them.
Well, I've been getting calls and texts from all your people, and I'm sick of it. Listen, you know what? If meeting is what it takes to get to the truth, I'll meet with you. But you need to answer some questions first. That is your way of proving to me that a meeting is worthwhile. Okay?
Okay.
Number one, I got 3 or 4 questions. Okay? Number one, is the bike accident true?
No.
No. Is Quincy Brown true?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So what happened? Okay, that's my next question. What happened to get Gannon to Quincy Brown? How did Quincy Brown get my son?
Robert, it doesn't matter how many times I tell you, you're still going to call me a liar.
No,
You're not going to take
that's
my side.
not true
You're not
now.
gonna help me.
That's not true. I've given you every opportunity to tell the truth, just like I'm doing now. Okay. I haven't called you a liar. I've said some pieces of the story have been not true. Okay. I'm not sitting here calling you names. I'm not putting you down. I'm asking for truth. Okay. You said the bike accident is not true now. Fair enough. We're done with that. Okay. What happened?
We weren't going to get you a bike, though. That was true.
Okay. So you were going to get me a bike. Fine. Okay. Let's get past the bike. If the bike has nothing to do with anything, then let's just forget about the bike and the trip.
Albert, I was trying to be a cool mom, okay?
Okay.
Cool
I wanted
mom.
to hang out with some friends, and I was just trying to be cool because I'm never looked at as being cool. So I told Gannon, hey, you can have a sleepover, whatever, yada, yada, yada. That was supposed to happen on Saturday or something. He did have this friend that had a car, and I told him, your daddy said no. I told him that on Sunday or whatever day it was.
I didn't know that part.
About this, and I tried to talk through the situation. So the plan was he was going to have a sleepover. We split both the beds together. Yada 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 yada.
Yada 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 yada.
Plan. I was just trying to be a cool mom. I just wanted to be accepted by Gannon, for him to be like, wow, yeah, she's always kind of strict on us, but maybe she let me do a little bit that I shouldn't probably be doing. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, but that okay. Okay,
and then it went downhill from there. I'm telling you, like
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
do anything to Gannon.
Okay, so
And I'm tired of all these people. Listen to me.
I'm sorry, I'm
I'm
listening.
tired of all these people putting all this stupid stuff about blood and all this bullcrap. If there's any blood in the house, it's because of Gannon. Gannon bleeds all the time.
Okay.
There's no massacre occurred in our home. It's not what people are putting in their head. There's nothing like that. Okay? It's nothing. I'm sick of hearing people say, well, if he hurt his foot, he couldn't be walking. Oh my God. It was just blood from his foot. That's it. There was no, like, he hit his head or bull crap like that. I'm tired of all these conspiracy theories, and now it's in your head that you think that I've done something to Gannon in our house because that's what you said yesterday. That is not true. There's blood there just simply from what happened to his foot. And yes, I've already admitted to you that his arm was burned.
Okay.
I've already admitted that to you. It wasn't that bad. Did it have blood? Yes. And from where the candle was.
Hey, baby love.
But
I did everything I could. So if you're asking about that part of it, you see, what y'all were doing is trying to take two different things. You're trying to think that just because I didn't abuse Gannon emotionally in the video or nothing. The whole point of that was he was so upset. It wasn't about, it was meaning I was going to replace the items for him. It was trying to be, okay, don't worry about it. It's a secret. I'm not going to say anything.
Talking about the
I was
candle.
trying to be cool. Okay?
Trying to be
Maybe
cool.
if I let my guard down for trying to be cool, I let him stay up 30 minutes late that night, trying to be cool. Just trying to be like, we'll start working on, hey, you stand up 30 minutes later than Lena. So any of that you got from some mind that people are trying to say I was abusing him on some video.
And you know what? has come out since all of this in Lena's interview with police, which isn't very long. Lena talks about how she helped Letecia. Okay, so Letecia, the night of the fire with the burns and all that, Gannon was put into Lena's bed, and Lena said he was crying, and then he wasn't crying any longer. So, according to Lena, who was 8 years old at the time, Letecia had Lena help her carry Gannon downstairs to his bedroom. So this whole thing about being a cool mom and letting him stay up late is fucking bullshit. The kid was in agony, you evil witch.
Shit. It was not. Gannon was upset because I was sitting there holding him, and then everybody saying something about whatever. I assessed the situation. It wasn't a lot of tons and tons of blood. We got it up. It was on his wall a little bit. I mean, it was not even a lot.
So you cleaned his wall up?
Oh, well, he did.
Oh, okay.
When there was blood on the thing, we cleaned up the stuff. It was nothing. It was from his arms and his foot. That's all. From helping me outside. There was nobody's head getting hit. I'm sick of hearing all these stories.
Yep, that's
Gannon's
true.
head was hit. He was doing this. No, Albert. If he would have been in that situation, I'd get on the phone and I'd call 911.
I agree with that, Alma. I think she thought she was going to do something to him the night of that candle, and it didn't happen. Poor little baby. Ugh.
I'm not stupid. Do you think I'd much rather be sitting here with someone saying that I was being irresponsible or whatever than someone accusing me of hurting our child? Do you think that? Especially the way I panic at the sight of blood? Yes, I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, stop peeling it. He peeled it and peeled it and peeled it. And if I yell at him for peeling it, it's going to look like I'm mad at him. You don't understand.
Okay.
I told everybody the true story, but what they're doing is they're coming in there and trying to say just because some lady who thinks she's hot shit that's been talking to you apparently, she posts online all this bullshit.
Who? What lady?
I don't know. Trivia somebody.
Who?
She's fucking stupid.
I haven't talked to nobody.
Okay, well, she's online saying she's talking to you and Landon, and you and Landon was saying there was blood all over Ganda's room. And there was blood everywhere in the house. Blood on the stairs.
Who is this now?
That is not true. If it was anything, it was from the foot. And I stepped in it on the carpet when I freaking took the carpet up that we walk outside on. But nobody cares that that's how it happened. That's where blood came from. It was not puddles. If we cleaned it up and smeared it, sorry.
What freaking lady are you talking about?
The beds were already pushed together because I already told Gannon he could have a sleepover.
The beds were pushed together?
I had pushed them together because I had told him on Sunday he could have a sleepover. I didn't know that his stomach was going to go start hurting. So I had already said he was doing his box.
But who was the sleepover with? Was it Braden?
He just asked me, could he have a sleepover even though it was a school night after we were on the hike. And the reason I said yes is we were sitting there talking.
What happened, baby love, is that this woman, Letecia, was Gannon Stauch's stepmother. Gannon Stauch was an 11-year-old little boy. This woman brutally murdered him. She stabbed him 18 times, some of those being defense wounds where he tried to defend himself against her. She hit him with a blunt force object that shattered his skull like an eggshell, and then shot him one time in the jaw, and then 2 times she missed when she shot him. And then carried his body around in a car and in a box truck in a suitcase where she put his bedding and everything, all the bloody mess, into this suitcase that she dumped over a bridge in Florida. But they did find him, obviously, and she's been convicted and she is rotting in jail.
Talking about the whole Kobe thing. He was talking about the sisters, and all he had was sisters. And I said yes, just because I felt so bad, because here we are both in an emotional moment. I'm upset about Kobe. He's upset about him having girls, yada, yada, yada.
The Kobe
I usually
Bryant.
don't agree to things. I was trying to be like, okay, maybe this is a good chance, but maybe bend the rules just a little bit. So yes, I said, Gannon, you can have sleepover. Gannon pushed his beds together. Why, yada, yada, yada. I don't know what happened, why.
I didn't know that,
he didn't
Alma,
go
about
ask
the
about
drugging
sleepover. I don't know what
with
happened,
Harley.
whatever. I don't know. He didn't ever come say such and such, didn't say whatever. I just know his stomach was hurting. So I assumed he didn't want to be having a sleepover with the boys, whoever the boy was.
But why?
He did tell me
Hold
that
on.
one of them had a car.
Why? So you're gonna let it? What? Let me back up.
I was gonna let the boy, but he said his brother had a car.
Right. Okay. Fine. But he's never pushed the beds together for a sleepover before. Where did that come from?
What do you mean? No, I do.
No, usually they.
We did push the beds together.
Are they?
Because they were. Albert, we pushed the beds together because he had all the things lined up around the rooms in little cardboard box things. They were all lined up around the room, and we pushed the beds together. That was it. I mean, me pushing the beds together is not a crime.
I'm not saying it was. It's just weird because to my knowledge, he's never done that.
I guess he was going to build a fort. I don't know.
Okay.
That was just for Sunday. They got pushed back. I mean, there's nothing.
Okay. All right.
Right,
so
Nevaeh.
That is the only reason when they got pushed back that he would have had back to normal, that he would have peeled his arms after it happened on Sunday.
So
why don't you get whoever your friend is, a neighbor that knows all this bullshit, to give you the video footage of us running out when the daggone fire was going on, and you will see, was I being whatever? Was I fussing? Was I doing anything but being loving to children?
Right.
Or ask Lena how I told everybody, it's okay with yelling at anybody. Nobody was angry with anybody. Nobody was hurting anybody. Nobody was doing anything wrong.
But I
wasn't even mad. I was scared.
But back up to something you said that that really struck me, Tisha. You said it went downhill. How? What do you mean? How did it go downhill? And then how did this Quincy Brown freaking dude get involved?
I already told you the story about Quincy.
Right.
I already told you.
But tell me the part about how did it go downhill? That's what I need to know. You said it went downhill fast and it got out of control, and maybe you freaked out, whatever. But
I never said anything about getting out of control. Now you're putting words in my mouth. I never said that.
Okay, you said it went downhill, Tisha.
I said it went downhill, meaning Gannon was supposed to have a sleepover. His stomach started hurting. That's why we didn't get to have a sleepover. That's what it means. It means that it didn't happen.
Okay.
It went downhill, meaning
I got you.
he stayed up late.
All right, so listen.
I mean, do you see how when I talk to you, do you see how you already put me as if I'm some criminal?
No.
Do you see how you just talk to me?
I haven't criminalized you at all. I'm asking you questions. That's what you wanted me to do.
Okay, but
I'm asking you questions.
you even said, why would beds be? I mean, really? Come on, Albert. That is nothing to me. Gosh, how many times have you left out of time? My wife has took care of everything. That's not you doing that. That's not you taking my side. It's you picking up on.
Hey, I can't hear you.
Building the box. I said, you're saying something about us putting beds together when the child was building the box because you thought this is a box for his son. It's a problem if I get involved, and if it's a problem if I do it the wrong way.
No,
do it the right way.
I'm just trying to figure out.
You critique me on everything.
Tisha, babe, listen, okay? I'm worried to death about Gannon's safety, where he's at, all these things. I mean, yesterday, what you told me the bike story is not true now, okay? But you also said he had a.
Because you know how I feel. You want me to be honest with you? You know how I feel. I feel like if I just tell you something like that, it's what you want to hear. That's honestly how you make me feel. You make me feel if I just tell you there's some truck. Because I even sit there and listen to see you go, okay, it was an accident. Okay. This is what someone coached you to say, or you're doing that because that is not Albert.
No.
That's not the person
Yes,
that is.
actually, yes, it is.
You know
As a
that.
recruiter, I did the same shit for 11 years, having to dig into people's past and everything. Okay.
Okay.
And to get the truth.
You know,
And
no matter what I told you.
all right, listen. You told me. You keep telling me what I just want to hear. I just want to hear the truth, Tisha. Okay. All right. Hold on. Yesterday. No. Listen. Yesterday, and we passed this point, but you said there was a bike accident with a head injury. So is it just the bike accident that's not true, or is it the head injury also that's not true?
There's no head injury or bike accident. I just told you. I felt like you wanted me to say something to you.
Okay. So now, what did freaking Quincy Brown do with Gannon? How did?
Can I ask you something? Do you think first of all, I want you to put this in perspective.
Okay.
Do you think I even know my way around Colorado, first off?
Yeah, we've been here a year now. You go all over the place.
Okay, Colorado Springs, right?
You've been,
areas
yes.
I know how to go to.
And we've been all over up there around the outlets, and we've been up there to Denver a bunch. Yes,
Okay.
I think you know a little bit about Colorado, so don't play me on that, Tisha.
Right. I wasn't even going there. Do you see how I said that just to see you jump at me? Do you see how I said that?
Well, good. You got me. You got me jumping, all right? My son's out there missing with Quincy Brown. You got me jumping. You win, all right? What's your next question?
Can you listen to me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. The point is, how many days has it been? There is nowhere that I could take Gannon that he would just be gone that many days. You have to put that in your brain.
Oh, it is in my brain. It's in my brain that he's gone and there's nowhere he could be
Probably
safely,
with Aunt
because he's
Brenda,
with this Quincy Brown guy who's a freaking sex offender, jumping bail, whatever you want to label him.
Bail?
No, whatever. I don't know. I don't know all that shit, okay? He's just a bad dude and my son's with him.
And I told you this.
Okay.
I told you what happened.
Okay.
I told you when we came home. I already told you all this. But when I told you the truth, this is what you did. You said to me, hey, that's not how it happened.
But you told me the truth. You told me 4 different versions of the truth, Tisha. That's where the problem is, okay? I want to believe you.
I don't remember all the details, and you're asking me 3 weeks later, detail for detail.
But yes, absolutely.
I'm telling you.
In your own words, now that you've slept on it, now that you've recovered a little bit, you're starting to remember more and more and more. So what I want to know.
I know, and I've given you everything I remember.
Okay, the detail I want to know is what did Quincy Brown do with Gannon? That's the detail I want to know. That's the question.
I don't know where he took him. I don't know where they went. Don't you think for a second if I knew?
Also, keep in mind that this phone call happened after she threw his body and the suitcase over the bridge, so she knows exactly where he's at. Okay.
That Albert, I would tell you.
Where did he take him from? That's a starting point. Where were you at when he took him?
From our home.
Okay, so yesterday it was a bike accident
I already told you the bike accident. You already talked about.
Fine, but I'm saying yesterday he was taken from Douglas County. Today he's taken from El Paso County at 6627.
I told you about my home to begin with.
Right, but then you changed it, then you brought it back, then you changed it, brought it back.
I told you that I said that to you because you just want me to say whatever they got you thinking.
I'm thinking what I'm thinking, okay? These freaking police have not told me a damn thing other than my son is missing and that they're supposedly looking for him. You're the only one telling me anything about the situation.
Oh my.
I couldn't do anything. You talk about how you have to live with that. Do you know how I have to sit here and be like, oh my God, what could I have done to protect him better? Because Albert's going to turn it and say that I'm a horrible person. You think I want to lose my entire life because I couldn't protect someone 100%?
Well, do you know if Gannon is alive, or was he alive when he took him? Was he hurt?
I don't know. I was out of it. Do you not understand this?
So you were out. So you blacked out, right? And he took him while you were blacked out.
No, I just said I was in and out of it from trouble. I hit my head. I'm in and out of it.
Okay.
I told you he put my arms to idol. You would not listen to me on that. You know what you should have done? That's my husband. You should have said, oh my God, this fucker not only hurt my wife, took my son.
Okay, so
this is what you should be.
He not only hurt my wife, it's all about her. It's all about Letecia. She doesn't care about Gannon. She doesn't care about them finding him and laying him to rest. She doesn't care that if they have closure. As a matter of fact, everything is a game to this woman. And she uses that baby. And I say baby, even though he was an 11-year-old little boy, still a baby. And she uses him every chance she can get to torture, to manipulate, all of the things that she can do by using him. And it makes me wonder how long she did that while he was also alive. Anyone that's followed this case knows that leading up to the candle incident, she had been making text messages from Gannon's phone to his father Al, saying things about bath salts, blah blah blah. I also think the candle incident happened because Letecia wanted Al to come home. Al was deployed at the time in the United States for some sort of training. He had only been gone 1 day before this happened. And I think through her text messages to Al, insinuating reasons that he should come home, you have the candle incident. And he, he didn't think it was, I don't know, but he didn't come home. The blunt wraps. Oh, the blunt wraps. Yes. See, she set this little boy up. She set him up. Yes, the blunt wraps. So when she tells Harley is her daughter. Tisha has one biological daughter. It's not with Albert. Her name is Harley. She's an adult, she was about 17 at this time. And told her to go search Gannon's backpack. And Harley looks in the backpack and there were blunt wraps in there. This was an innocent little boy that probably didn't even know what a blunt wrap or any of that shit was. And she's just set him up repeatedly, used him. It's so disgusting. And I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alma, y'all and Kelval, y'all seem to know about as much as I do. Didn't Lane, I think it was Gannon told his teacher or a friend at school, either way, the school was alerted to alleged child abuse, and they did nothing about it. I think it's in the court documents also that it was reported to the school. So there's just no telling how long this little boy was taking this abuse. And Lena, his little sister, also, because it's pretty much been confirmed that Lena had basically a busted lip. And Lena and Gannon's mother, Landon, told Al about it. And Al, Letecia, oh, she didn't do it, right? She didn't do it, even though Lena said she did. Lena said that Letecia put a pillow over her face. And Letecia insisted she didn't do it, and Al made Landon apologize to her for accusing her of that. Ugh. Twisted. How did he not see? Sorry, I gotta clear my throat real quick. How did he not see after what happened in Alaska, where Albert was deployed to Alaska, so the family moved there. Gannon, Lena, Harley, and Letecia. Letecia hated it there. And so she accused one of the officers of sexually assaulting her. And it was a whole thing. And they left Alaska and moved to Colorado. And that's when Gannon was murdered. So you just, yeah, see, I go back and forth with that kill Val because I like Al. I think he's a good guy. You know, he does serve our country, but you can't help but say, how did he not know that this woman was fucking nuts? Has mommy issues? Maybe that's it. Whatever, Nevaeh. Yes, stationed. But he was only there for a week. Somebody else used the word deployed. That's why I used it. But either way, he was sent to I can't remember what state it was to do some training for his job. But I mean, I don't know. He knew for sure. Wait, he for sure knew that's why he wasn't doing her any. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what she was so desperate for his attention that she was trying to, she was Googling in her Google searches what my husband doesn't want me anymore and things to do to like turn on my husband and make him want me. It was stuff like that. So she knew that divorce or separation was on its way. And she was also Googling things like, my husband treats me like a nanny. My husband's only with me so I can babysit his kids. She felt like a glorified babysitter, if you will. And maybe you were, Letecia, because I know he was not into you. There's no way. He probably saw it. I mean, after you accused someone he worked with of trying to SA you or whatever, kind of red flag number 15 on that one. Talk to Google like it was her friend. Yeah, that shit was weird. In my opinion, Al is just as much responsible for what happened. Maybe he never could imagine that outcome, but nah. Hold on, I can't read. I'm blind. If your spouse does get along with your child, they have no business being your spouse does not get along with your child. Yeah, I hate my stepson was another one. It's just hard I bet this man has so much guilt inside. His victim impact speech, oh my God. Sad. Maybe we could play that and then I could wrap it up. Like, I want to put this call is so good. Maybe we'll skip around just a little bit because I got to go pretty soon.
I'm going to drive to you at Extended Stay America. She hung up.
Oh, let's see why she hung up. Hold on.
One. And you bounced on me.
I left from the house because you had her there in our home.
It sure did. And I'll tell every judge, jury in this country.
Okay, here's another point to make here. She is losing her fucking mind. Okay, Gannon, she's murdered this little boy, thrown him over the bridge, and she is more concerned thinking that Albert is fucking Landon. Landon, again, is Gannon's biological mother. What was the motivation for Letecia unaliving Gannon? Well, that's up to your interpretation. Here's one for me. Her jealousy of Landon, his mother. Not having Al's attention. Hating Gannon because he was a mama's boy and he just loved his mother so much. Jealousy. Prison is too good for the right. And see, okay, so there I'm playing these calls and please sub to these channels. I haven't been able to drop them in here, but I'll try to before I end it and I will put them in the description. Alex Erickson, there's a text app that you can use now inside of a prison. This fucking murdering baby murderer right here is able to text people. I think it cost $2 or something. You have to pay, but I'm sure people are, filling up her commissary there. And she had she watches. I don't know how. Maybe she just hears. But um it's just like a pattern with her when it comes to social media. Letecia was like, I don't even think she was sleeping for maybe a week. And when she wasn't, she was constantly online. She was trolling in Gannon, find Gannon Facebook groups under, a troll, like a fake name. She made fake calls to the tip line. She's doing the most. Like the most twisted, fucked up shit. There's an interview, I don't know if you guys have heard that, of the lady from Facebook who, like, purposely tried to make Letecia trust her and trying to get answers. There was a Reddit? I didn't know there was a Reddit. No, I didn't ban you, Prime. You gonna put that timestamp where I said your name in my comments again? That had me busting up. I'm confused. I thought this happened in Colorado. Did you? Okay, see, that's why I was trying to establish a timeline. So, on what, the 25th, Al, yes, they lived in Colorado. Al went to a training thing. He's in the military for some sort of training. The next day was the candle incident, and then the next day was Monday, a school day where she kept Gannon home from school. She drove around for 4 hours with Gannon. She went to Petco, blah blah blah, or should I say, yada yada yada. She got home before his little sister was going to get off the school bus, and before her daughter was going to arrive home from work. When they arrived home, she murdered him, put his body in a suitcase that she hid in the storage room in their home. Called the police, reported him as a runaway, and let people believe that, Al, his family. Then she took the suitcase, loaded it. This is after, nobody has, all the adults are not there yet, but Letecia. Letecia took the suitcase and loaded it into the back of her Volkswagen. What is the Tiguan? Her Tiguan. I'll never forget that, the name of that car. Her Tiguan. She loaded the suitcase back there, and then after that, she drove out. I'm sorry, I need some water. She drove out to, I can't remember the name of the county, but it's like outside of the county they live in. Left his body in the suitcase in that location until she went, and picked it up the next day because she had to get a rental car. I'm telling you, this is such a rabbit hole of a case. There's rental cars, there's real cars, there's cell phone data and Google searches. And anyhow, so let's get back to the timeline. After she does all that, she then rents a moving truck for her and her daughter, loads the truck up, including Gannon, inside of a suitcase, drove from Colorado to Florida, and in the middle of the night left the hotel room in Florida where her and her daughter were staying, drove to the nearest bridge, and threw the suitcase over the bridge. I'm going to push play.
country that I had my ex-wife, my mom, my two sisters, my uncle, Aunt Veronica, two other freaking women, Landon's brother. I had a team of like 15 people supporting the family, working as a team to do everything we could to find Gannon.
I
That's
saw
the
that,
truth,
Well,
Alma.
I'm
okay?
sorry
Saw
if it
that.
sounds selfish, but I hate that bitch.
Okay, but
I'm
guess
sorry.
what? Guess what? Listen to what I just said. Listen to what I just said. I had everybody in the house, but you know who wasn't there? My wife, my daughter. They bounced on me, okay? They bounced on me, but me being a good person, I'm still here willing to listen to you.
You told my mom we had to turn the keys into you.
I told that you can come get your stuff after you said you didn't want to be there anymore. Okay, you left. You and Harley got in Harley's car, packed suitcases,
That you know of,
supposedly going to
Alma.
the police station, and you never showed up until like the next day or some shit like that. Okay, so if you would have done what you were supposed, you listen to me. If you would have done what you're supposed to do, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Okay, so don't turn this on me. I've been a team player this whole time for the entire team.
What I'm supposed to do, we'd be together right now. Is what you're saying.
If you would have never left, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You got your shit and you bounced. Okay, all we need now is the truth.
So you're saying if I would have never left, we'd be together right now.
I'm saying you bounced. Okay, you bounced.
Okay, see, that's your point. You don't have any. You don't want to be with me.
That's not what I'm saying. It's not about our relationship. It's about Gannon. And you're dodging me when I keep asking you for the truth, saying I'm going to drive to you and extended stay America. She's hung up. Okay, so you showed me that, right? All right. Then, we get no really further information. And then I go back in the house one time to get some clothes. And I go downstairs, okay, in Gannon's room. And in the corner of his room, like the back corner where his bed is and all that, I see a puddle of blood, okay? Like under the carpet. The carpet had been ripped up and there's a puddle of blood under there, sitting there, whatever. So when you said bike accident, he hurt his head, what are you expecting me to think? And let me finish. It's okay. I'm not, once again, not accusing you. I'm just telling you my thoughts. You said bike accident, head injury, 911, and I had seen that already, blood on the floor in my son's room that I had already thought was from a head injury, and then you said a head injury, okay? Now taking it one step further. All right, now the video comes out that, and I don't care what the internet's saying, I don't care about what anybody's saying, but what I saw. Okay, the neighbor showed me the video, and it's in his interview. He said that, okay, that he showed me the interview, and I saw Gannon walking really sluggish or lethargic to the truck. I saw that. The internet didn't tell me that. I saw that. He dropped something. You helped him pick it up. Maybe, I don't know for sure, but it looks like you might have helped him in the truck, and that's just not Gannon, okay? Gannon doesn't do that if he's okay. Even with this tummy hurting, he's always you know how he is. He's ADD. He's all over the place. He's bouncing around, jumping in the truck. Him and Lena fighting over who's in what seat.
He also had cut his foot.
Okay, but all right, I'm not picking you apart. Okay, I'm walking. Okay, I'm walking through my parts, and I factor that in. Maybe he was limping because he cut his foot. Okay, fair enough. All right, all these things considered, and then. And once again, not picking you apart, but the story with the bike accident keeps coming to mind because he had that head injury, okay? And
he had what head injury? He doesn't have a head injury.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm just telling you my thoughts. I'm not accusing you. I think Quincy Brown has my son, okay? That's the story that makes the most sense to me, that somehow this guy, like you said, I don't know for sure. Okay, I'm not 100%, but it makes the most sense that some bad person, Gannon made the mistake about the candle. He was freaking out. He was worried because he was going to get in trouble for what he did. Okay, and then you have this.
But he said you told him not to worry about it. He wasn't going to.
No, I know, but that, babe, listen, I'm not picking apart the story. I'm just telling you parts of the story that I'm putting together. Gannon's already freaking out for what he did, okay? That nobody else did to him, but what he did, okay? He burned his arm, so it was his fault, accident or not, okay? But then a day and a half later on this Monday, this other person who is obviously we know is a horrible bad person, okay, he comes in and shit just gets out of hand and goes downhill, and then he has my son, okay? All right, so these are my thoughts that I'm walking down. I'm walking the dog on these thoughts, okay? That, you know, Gannon got hurt somehow, okay? Or else how did that much blood get there? That was a significant amount of blood. Who are you whispering to?
Dog.
You're whispering to the dog?
Yes, I said move over. You only look to your dog.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay. So you're whispering to the dog, right?
I just haven't said another word to the dog.
Okay, all right.
Listen, I don't have anything to hide, so I don't.
Okay,
Understand.
all right.
I don't have anybody or anywhere or
Okay.
any family or anything. My family is looking for me through you, so it tells you I'm not with family.
Okay, but
What?
I think that in this situation, you already got the people going to look for Quincy Brown. I think he's the guy. I think he's the guy we're looking for, and I think he's at fault. And everything else is just a big, like you said, it's, you know, with the candle incident, it was just a big accident. Gannon made a mistake. You know, you got in the truck with Gannon, came home with them, or whatever exactly happened. But Quincy Brown is the one we're looking for. Okay,
Somebody's at his house right now. I just got the message.
Okay, they're at his house. Then maybe Gannon's there. Okay, maybe Gannon's there with them, and maybe his head is okay. Maybe his arms are okay. Maybe he didn't have any more stomach problems. These are all the hopes I have. Okay, but the only thing I want to know for my peace of mind is, even though you hit your head, do you remember seeing or hearing anything that this guy did to Gannon so they can help? You know, if they need to identify Gannon or something, can you remember anything else that Quincy did to him?
I told you I heard him screaming.
Okay. Did he? Because when on that,
I know you can't walk me down this road and ask me what someone did to someone.
Okay, all right.
Because if you do that, I can't answer your questions, and I can't get in a fight with you over this when I've already told you.
Okay, I'm not. This is not picking apart a story. I'm asking you because you told me that you were remembering more and more, and that's what I'm counting on you remembering what exactly happened, and if you remember anything that Quincy Brown did directly to him. That's all I was asking. Okay.
Albert, if he was screaming, I don't know. I mean, if someone is screaming,
What's up,
I don't
Isaac?
know.
I see you.
Okay.
Nothing to see here, sir.
I'm just asking if you remember. That's all I was asking. I'm not picking you apart. Okay. You said you knocked your head and blacked out. I believe it. Okay.
Oh,
I believe
maybe
that,
so, Alma.
something
I don't
happened to
know.
you as well. That Quincy Brown is to blame for this. Okay. We just gotta, like you said, if you got the message that the people are there at his house.
Well, Alma, I'm gonna need you to help me because I remember certain details, but that I don't in the moment. You know what I mean? All this is the multiple personality. Yeah, she's full of shit.
Then
Hold on. I actually just got one back again. Hold on.
How you doing, Isaac?
Can you screenshot that to me?
Hold on 1 second.
I'm just over here being my normal, boring self, talking about some fucking true crime. Run while you can.
I can't send you stuff from my attorney when you're not helping me.
Okay,
but I was glad to read it to you because nobody's been on my side to help me, and I got somebody actually looking for Gannon.
Okay, that's fine.
This is not me being an asshole or anything, but I thank y'all for during how many days to help me with this. Y'all look at me like a murderer.
No, listen.
I've already invested in getting people in the right direction.
What did she tell the cop? I'm into fashion or whatever with her hideous sweater that she had on at the same time. Just saying. Have you ever seen Harley's TikTok, Alma? Well, I'm glad you do. I'm glad I have someone to talk to. I really don't. Numbers aren't it really doesn't matter. Obviously, you can have a huge sub count and not have a lot of people when you go live, especially if you're talking about stuff like this. They're like, oh, I don't care. Where's all the drama? Where's the drama? I'm hooked too. Been hooked from day one. Shit's crazy. There's just so much. Like, I feel like I'm all over the place because there's so much to talk about with this case. But again, I'm going to plug Alex Erickson's channel because she's doing a great job covering this. Crime Curious is another channel. They also have a website and are writing a book about this. And then Melissa Jade is doing a really good job over there. My family thinks I'm a nut. I know, mine too. Mine too.
That at this point, I said, not only have to protect Gannon, but myself because you haven't done that.
All right, so let me hold on. So you sent your attorney and not the cops?
No,
Seems to
someone
be,
out
tell
there.
Val.
I'm gonna read you exactly what she
Okay.
just said.
Okay. All right, I'm listening.
Hold on.
Nevaeh.
First, she said, "Can I call you?" I told her I was on the call. She said, "See, one of the co-workers at the Quincy's house. One of his family members that lives there says that Quincy has been in and out of the area for 2 years. They said that they've been trying to get a hold of him forever because he has done some
Oh,
bad
yeah,
things
you
to
did,
people. He owes a
Alma.
lot of money." Did the police say anything about any other details about Quincy? We do know he has a tattoo on his left arm. They have not released anything yet. I'm heading back to the house now to interview the brother.
So the lawyer's going to interview the brother?
Not the lawyer. The lawyer has people who work for them.
Oh.
Okay.
Full of shit,
As
full
soon
of
as she
shit.
gets back to this house, so that I can give her more information.
Brown.
Blah, blah.
For 2 years, and they've been looking for him. He's done a lot of bad things to people.
What? Listen. What good does it do to me put it out there? It's already out there. I'm sure she posted a picture somewhere about it.
I'm talking about you. If the focus is Gannon, it needs to be us going to go figure this out. We
Okay.
can still
Well,
solve the house.
then give me the address. Get me the address from your people, and I'll be there. I'll be there before you get there. I'll be there before they get there. Okay. I'll be there
They're already
3 weeks.
there.
I'll be there 3 weeks ago. Give me the address.
I'm asking her.
Give me the address right now.
I'm trying to do that also, Alma.
And tell her if she says anything about confidential any bullshit like that, tell her the FBI will be on her heels in just a minute, because I'll call that. It does make sense, because if they found it, I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Apparently this attorney has the God character, and she can find out where this guy lives, this Quincy Brown.
All right, I'm going to skip around because I really have to go.
You mentioned a head wound. You didn't even say a damn thing about that. Not a peep, Tisha. You blew right past it. So Phil.
Marry me, or I didn't marry you in order to turn our backs on each other in tough times. That's not how it works in life. You know me better. I know you better. You know you've had to live with the past of the things that your father's done. I never once said to you, I don't trust you with my child, and I feel like you're bad about this. Never once.
Actually, you have said that. Actually, you have said that, which is bullshit. But go ahead, I'll listen to you.
No, I did not. That was you were talking about something Landon was trying to get me to turn on you.
Okay, all right.
I'm talking about in our home. You know good and well, if I went somewhere and Harley was there, I would never worry for a second.
All right, so stop. You're not okay. Stop. Let me interject. Okay, because this is supposed to be about Gannon. This part one was no. Listen, please listen.
Trust each other so we can go get Gannon.
Okay, the problem is here. You said until we have trust. The problem is we're not there yet. Okay, because a few minutes early. No. Listen. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Okay,
Alma.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Did you really? You can text her, Alma. Alex Erickson did, and because she can get. Is that what you're talking about? You wrote Letecia? If you want to hook her, talk about how she's being slandered online. She cannot handle all this public stoning of her that she deserves. I would love to pick her brain. She's ugh. All right, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and then I want to play something else, and then we'll be done.
And I'll let you talk. Okay, please listen.
If you want
I'm
the
gonna tell you
full
why.
call, here's the full call.
Okay, I've taken the blame for everything that I'm responsible for in this situation, probably more than I should have, but I'll take the blame for all of it. Okay, Quincy Brown's got the boy. Okay, but the part that I still don't have trust about is when I brought up the fact that there was a puddle of blood in the house. You mentioned a head wound. You didn't even say a damn thing about that. Not a peep, Tisha. You blew right past it. So fill in the blanks for me.
No. What are you talking about? A head wound? I never said to you about any kind of head wound. Now, see, this is where you're.
No, you did. You said in the bicycle incident, which you later told me was not true.
But I already told you. I already told you. I made that up because you would never believe anything I said.
Okay, so how did the puddle of blood get there? Because it wasn't there before we moved in. So, okay, tell me about the puddle of blood in the corner. No, you said the wall. You said there was something on the wall. Who cares what it was? You cleaned it. I don't know anything about that other than what you said.
I told you we cleaned everything from when Gannon. Okay.
Yeah, and
I've already told you this.
No, you didn't, because we haven't talked about this. There was a puddle of blood the size of like one of those paper dinner platter plates. It's significant. And that was on the concrete, which means it had to be significantly bigger and more thicker, whatever. I can't hear you. Hello? I can't hear you.
You're talking about something.
I'm talking about something. No, it was not already there. Okay, that blood was not already there. How did the blood get there? Okay, it was a significant amount of blood. How did it get there in the corner of Gannon's room, under his bed, which you told me the beds were pushed together? So how did the blood get there?
Are you done yelling at me?
I'm not yelling.
Answer the question.
How did the blood get there?
Listen, you can tell all your little police people that are listening.
Did Quincy Brown bang Gannon's head up against the wall or something? Did he bust Gannon's head open? Did he hit him with a 2x4? What did Quincy do to Gannon?
Listen.
What did he do to Gannon that put blood on the floor?
In other words, because I'm not stupid. I know you have police there. I know you have people there.
You can believe whatever you want, obviously, because I've had so many freaking stories that you believed that were true to tell me, and then you always back off of them. Okay, so you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe. All I believe is what I saw.
Welcome to my world. That's what you.
All I believe is what I saw: blood on the floor in my son's room, and my son is missing. Okay, that's the two things I know. Gannon was hurt in my house.
I don't know. How many times do I have to say this to you? I don't know.
You don't know how he got hurt, okay?
You asked me 15 times the same exact question, and I'm giving you the same exact answer. I don't know. Then you try to turn it, and you try to ask me another way, and then you try to turn around and you try to say something nice and sweet like you really care, and then you come back and ask me the same question again. And I've given you the same answer. If you're so concerned about
stop, because you haven't given me the same answer. It's been a different story every time.
You sure aren't your ass to go find him to see what he did to Gannon. You are too busy worrying about something that you think you can solve.
I'm still waiting on the address. You were supposed to give me the address. You were supposed to give me the address from your lawyer's people.
Me.
Yes, because you said they had it.
I thought you had an FBI.
Now you're changing your story. You're changing your story. You called the police, not me. I wasn't there. I'll take the blame for not being there, for not protecting you. You called the police. Why did you call the police?
I am.
You call. Actually, no. Stop right there. You called the police and told him he ran away. Not that Quincy Brown took him. What the fuck, Tisha? Answer that for me. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, Quincy Brown, and I believe you, Quincy Brown has my son. This motherfucker from somewhere up north of here, okay? But you called the police and said he ran away. Don't tell me you were freaking out. Okay? No, don't give me some bullshit. Don't give me some bullshit story, Tisha. Tell me the goddamn truth right now.
Listen to my answer. If you're not going to listen to my answer, then why are you talking?
I'm listening. This is it. This is the line in the sand. Quincy Brown got my son, and you told the police he ran away, and there's blood in his room.
If I was guilty, why would I call the police?
I said Quincy Brown was guilty. I didn't say you. I said Quincy Brown. Why are you talking about yourself? Why did you say if you were guilty? You told me you weren't the whole time. Why did you say if you were guilty? You said Quincy Brown, and I said Quincy Brown. You keep bringing it back to you, not me.
But you are implying.
No, I said there's blood in the room. Quincy Brown took him. You called the police and said he ran away. Explain all those things to me right now.
Crickets.
Albert,
What?
when you
Fuck you,
calm down, I'm gonna
bitch.
answer your question.
Oh, I'm calm. I'm as calm
But
as
while
I
you're
can be.
yelling at me, I'm not.
I'm calm as I can
Because
be.
I'm not stupid. Yeah.
Answer the
I'm
question.
not stupid either. You fucking lied to me and you fucking lied to the police. I'm not stupid either. So you better get right.
I'm sorry, but I love Al in these moments that we get of him like fucking done. He's just so fucking done of her fucking lying ass. And he's putting the pressure on her. And this snake of a demon of a snake. I don't know which way you would call it. I just made that up. But this wretched bitch still finds ways to crawl her way out of the question.
I told the police when I got there what happened.
Man, you told them he ran away and the whole neighborhood was looking for a runaway for days and days and days.
That's not true.
You're lying.
That's not true.
You are now lying, and I'm calling you out. You're lying.
That is not true. That is not what happened. When they interviewed me, I told them exactly what happened.
Well, that's not okay. I don't give a fuck what you said. You told me he was a runaway, so I called, and I cussed the lady out on the recorded line. Told her to get there for my runaway son. Okay, you never once told me Quincy Brown had the boy and there was blood in his room. So you better get it straight right now.
Crickets.
When you stop yelling at me.
When you start telling the truth. Tell the truth and I'll stop getting upset. You're lying.
I told you the truth.
You are lying, Tisha.
You call me back. You call me back.
Go ahead and hang up when you call me back when you got the truth. You're fucking lying.
Yeah.
Are you done yelling and cursing at me?
I'm done. Go ahead.
So, for a second, for a minute, I need you to just breathe, okay? Because you're yelling at me. And I can't even answer a question when you're screaming. And every time I go to open my mouth, you're screaming and yelling at me.
Every time there's a lie, I'm going to call you out. So let's go. Let's see.
I haven't even said nothing for there to be a lie.
Okay, I'm just going to warn you. I'm firing a warning shot right now. You lie, I'm going to tell you you're lying. Go ahead.
Look, I haven't even said nothing. You're still running your yap.
All right.
You're still running your yap.
All right, I'm shutting my yap. Go ahead.
Still running your yap.
Shut your yap.
If there was blood in Gannon's room, that would have been already from when he cut his foot. I've already told you that, okay? I told you that his arm from him getting burned was bleeding some, and so was his foot. I've already told you that.
Okay, you're lying. You're lying. Stop. That's a lie. Change it again because that's a lie. Here's the game we're going to play.
Okay.
Every time you lie, I'm going to call you out.
No.
You can't bleed that much from a burn. You can't bleed that much from a burn. You can't bleed that much from a cut on your foot from a 2x4. I'm not stupid. You're lying. Go ahead. Change it again. You're lying.
You said a plate size.
A dinner plate that's what seeped through, Tisha. That means there was a puddle of blood on the damn carpet to seep through the carpet, an inch of carpet pad, and onto the concrete pad where it looked like it had been sitting there for days. Okay, all right, that's what I saw. So tell the fucking truth.
Maybe you should ask the people who were there living, because I never was there and it contaminated the crime scene. Maybe you should ask them.
Tisha, guess what? Guess what?
The attorney's already going to get y'all fucking asses on the contamination.
All right, good.
So who did that? You tell me who did it.
All right, nice. Guess what? You're just telling on yourself now. You're worried about you're worried about a damn loophole. You're trying to find a loophole. Okay. Oh.
You contaminated it.
Okay. There's another loophole. All right. There's another loophole. All right. There's 3 loopholes already.
Veronica contaminated.
All right.
It sounds funny to me that they went for Texas with a child missing. Maybe they contaminated.
That's fine. Okay. Fine. All right. So that's
you don't like it when I'm talking shit.
Landon, Lana, Veronica, and me. That's 4 loopholes right there. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to quit lying. You just told on. Hey, between me and you just told on yourself because you just said they contaminated a crime scene is what you said.
No, I said y'all contaminated me. Y'all put it in there then.
Oh, we
You
put
don't
it in
like
there?
it when I say that back, do you?
Okay.
Do you?
All right. So you see, here you
don't
go.
like it.
Here you go with the
Oh.
spin game.
Did she just try to say that the crime scene had been tampered with? Is that what she's saying? Because they let people into the room, so they contaminated it. Okay, Letecia. Okay.
Oh, you were on
Maybe your brother did.
you were on the cut foot and the burnt arm. Now it's a spin game. Okay. All right. Keep going with your spin.
You the one said you know the answer, so I mean, since you know the fucking answer, why am I was going to throw back to you what the bullshit you said to me.
Yeah, that's frickin's. It's frickin'. I know what the answer is.
Exactly
It's frickin' Gannon's blood.
You running over me.
It's Gannon's blood from a head injury. Now, how did he get a head injury? How did he get a head injury over there in the corner?
What do you think about a head injury?
I mean, you freaking told on yourself saying you pushed the beds together. You pushed the beds together. We've never pushed the beds together. You're lying.
You must have done it. Because let me tell you something, Albert. If you went in somewhere where there was blood and you were allowed to walk in there, maybe you did it.
Oh, maybe I did it, huh?
Maybe you did it because you shouldn't have been allowed anywhere to see this.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Did you do it?
Wait a minute.
So she is now blaming, or trying to use this to manipulate whatever, that this dad, this poor guy who just wants to know where his son is, well, maybe you did it because you went in there and you saw the blood on the floor, so maybe you did it. This woman has no soul. No, she is an empty shell of a human. Disgusting. I can't.
Because you just said you walked in somewhere to see it. So did you do it?
Alma.
Because you should, if that was the case, what you're telling me, you shouldn't even have been allowed in there.
Oh. I was in Oklahoma. That's what I got to say. That's my loophole. Okay. You want to try to pin it on me? Go ahead.
You said you walked in there the other day.
Yeah, I walked in there and saw it after. Hey, you told on yourself because you. Hey.
Then you maybe you put it in there because you know why?
All right. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Okay.
Walk in there then. You walked in there because the last time I said this was the United States and you shouldn't have walked in a supposed crime scene.
Listen, calm down.
Did you walk? You walked in the room, huh?
What do you think is going to happen? Hey, what do you?
Veronica must have walked in there too.
What do you think is going to happen when they solve this crime? Okay, what do you think?
Veronica must have walked in there too, huh?
What do you think? I don't know who.
You gonna come at me and accuse me of something when you said you went somewhere? So who the fuck done it? Did she do it?
Just tell.
This sounds to me pretty sketchy that if this was a crime scene, y'all were fucking allowed to be in there.
So, Tisha, okay.
So tell me better than this, because I know you're pretty smart. Tell me better than this. So you admitted to me that you were allowed to walk into a crime scene.
No, I said I saw it. Don't twist my words. I saw it. I saw it.
Who else went in there? Good.
Okay. You want to know? You want to know who else walked in there? You.
Yeah.
Gannon with a head injury, Quincy Brown, and a puddle of blood walked in there. That's who walked in there. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen when they find that boy and put all these pieces together? Okay. What do you think? What do you think?
Whatever you say.
What do you think is going to happen?
Whatever you say. If that's what you think.
You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. Okay. Maybe this was a freaking accident. Maybe we can fix it. Okay. But the truth don't lie.
And accuse me now.
I didn't accuse you. I accused Quincy Brown, and maybe there's a part of this that's an accident. Okay.
If there was some head injury to Gannon Jacob Stauch, I don't know about it, or I didn't do it.
Or why is it an or? Why is it an or? Okay, that's why I don't trust you.
I don't know about it and I didn't do it.
No, you didn't say and.
No matter what I say to you.
You said or.
You're going to do this to me.
Listen, all of this stuff doesn't matter because by the time I saw a puddle of blood on the floor, Gannon was already gone. Okay, he was already walking sluggish to the truck. Okay, and he's God knows where he is if he's even alive, and that's what matters. Okay, I'm just
sluggish to the truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gannon was perfectly fine,
Absolutely.
talking to me, everything.
I'm sure he was. Why did you? Anyways,
Luggage to the truck, really?
why would he be walking? Why would he be walking sluggish to the truck? He never does that when he has a
Tell me when
tummy
there's some sluggish.
accident.
Because how in the hell can you determine sluggish from a video?
The same way you can determine a shadow means somebody's getting out of a truck. Okay, the same bullshit. Okay.
So what's any different than walking?
You can listen. You claim a shadow. You claim a shadow means Gannon got out the truck. We never saw him. We saw him. We saw him walking to the truck. We saw him walking to the truck.
Agreed to testify against Quincy Brown, and you still going.
Okay, good. I was walking sluggish when I cut my finger. Gannon was walking sluggish after he had a significant head wound with puddle of blood on the floor.
Because I haven't seen Gannon walk sluggish.
Okay, I'm telling you, he was walking sluggish because he was hurt, and there was a puddle of blood on the floor, and it's probably his blood. I haven't seen no freaking evidence, but I guarantee you it's his blood because it all adds up, Tisha. And he was walking sluggish because of that, just like I was walking sluggish when I cut my finger off. You hit the nail on the head, honey.
I don't even understand. Like, you're talking. See, this is what's not making any sense. You're trying to say that he got hurt beforehand. And he didn't know he got hurt at all.
Oh, why? Oh, I'm glad you caught.
Oh, you told on yourself there, Tisha, because he was wrong. The head wound happened after you got back, not before he got into the truck. I'm sure you had him drugged up from all his burns. But she just totally fucking slipped right there. All right, I got 2 more minutes and then I'm out of here.
Caught yourself.
For the video, so you're saying he got hurt Monday morning?
I'm glad you caught yourself.
That's what you're saying?
Yep, I'm glad you caught yourself though. Hey, listen, let's stop, okay? Because this is going nowhere. We can fix this.
You're accusing me of him being hurt Monday morning.
I want Gannon. I don't want you in trouble. I'm blaming Quincy Brown, okay? I'm blaming freaking Quincy Brown. I want my son.
Going on this trail to tell me how we were supposed to be back away in our American dreams, and you started screaming at me about something in the middle of the wall.
Because of my son. It's my son's blood all over the freaking house. Okay, my son's blood. If it was Harley's blood, you'd be screaming too. You're screaming, and it's not even your son.
Determined that you saw this blood in this Gannon.
I'm assuming who else's blood would be on the floor.
Okay, now you just said assume.
Okay, good. Yeah, you got me. I'm assuming. I'm making a serious, legitimate assumption, putting all the pieces together. That is my son's blood. Lena, hey, is Lena cut up? Are you cut up? Is Harley cut up? No, Gannon's the only one missing, and we don't know. So yes, I'm assuming. Okay, I'm not cut up. I wasn't even there.
I'm going to tell you this, Albert.
You can tell me whatever you want to. Now is the time when we fix this. Right now. Okay.
Okay, and I'm telling you right now. You shut your mouth for 30 seconds and listen.
All right.
Instead of yelling back at me.
All right.
Letecia Stauch was not sluggish other than if his stomach might have been hurt and his foot. There was nothing wrong with Gannon on Monday morning. He had his switch and was playing his switch, and there was nothing wrong with him.
Okay, fine.
Maybe he was a little tired because the boy stayed up all freaking night with his stomach hurting.
Which we already know that is a lie because Harley and Lena have both said that Gannon was asleep. So you're well, we all know you're a fucking liar. But anyhow, she's kind of, oh God. Oh, he was probably sluggish from you drugging him, if I had to make a guess. And the burns.
Which I messaged you about.
Okay, fine.
Maybe he was a little tired for that part of it.
Tired from your drugging.
So sluggish and hurt. On Monday morning. That is not true. Okay?
Bye, Green Goblin.
Under my care and was fine. If he'd been sluggish and hurt getting in your truck, there would have been blood in your truck. Listen to what you're saying. You let people all online talking about he was looking like he was drugged. Really? Gannon.
Oh, she just told on herself again.
I mean, he takes his medicine. One, okay, his stomach was hurting. Okay, he had a lot of earwax in his system trying to clean him out.
So you did get. So wait. I want to stop you because you said you didn't give him anything. Now you say you did give him something. This whole time you didn't give him anything.
No, you're a fucking liar because I told you I gave it to him on Saturday night.
Okay, maybe I don't remember that, but now you basically you say you doped him up.
Yep.
I already told you this, so don't try to correct me and tell me I'm lovely. Very tired. If you go back and look at your phone, I messaged you up until 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. Because we didn't sleep.
No, you didn't sleep,
I'm
bitch.
sure Lena went to school completely exhausted.
You didn't
So
sleep.
if he walked out maybe a little bit tired and you saw that, then blame me. Because you know why? We didn't go to sleep.
So now he is
You
tired and
didn't
sluggish.
go
And a
to
minute ago he
sleep.
wasn't tired and
No, you
sluggish.
said that. I said if you think that, then that's why.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to clarify because you
So
said he wasn't. Now he is. Okay.
Then it would if you would have this.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I said if he would have his head injury that you're talking about, okay? He would have had blood in your truck, okay? He would have had there would have had to been something done to him. This supposed head injury you're talking about wouldn't have just stopped. Wouldn't have just stopped.
Oh.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree with
It
you.
wouldn't have. Okay? Then there would have been blood all over your truck. Okay? That's just how it would have been. Like, I understand as a father, you are freaked out. Okay? I understand at this point, you're going to cuss out the world because it's about your child. I understand that. When I thought Harley was boss on that freaking cruise boat, I was going to shut that son six out. Okay? I understand what you're saying when it comes to attack mode, protect mode, attack mode. Okay? But you want to know how do we get back to that? Then you have to believe that when Gannon Stauch left that house that day, he was not in any shape or form had been bleeding, hurt, nothing other than him hurting his foot, okay? His stomach hurting. And you know what? I was going to leave him at home.
Wait, what about the burns?
Okay, you already knew this.
Okay, well, you said I'm just clarifying because you said in any way, shape, or form, and he had burns on his arms. Okay, this is my baby boy now we're talking about.
You said his head. I'm trying to clarify his
All right, so I got you. All right, I got you. He didn't leave the house with he didn't leave the house with a head injury. All right. So did you bring him back and then he got a head injury, or did you bring him back with a head injury? Okay. Then he ran away. Did he run away, or did Quincy Brown take him with a head injury? Okay. What version of that is the truth? Because the boy was bleeding in the house. So where did the blood come from?
Albert, I'm going to tell you once again.
All right.
Okay. You can say all you want to with these assumptions that you have. Okay. Gannon had already been bleeding from his foot. Okay. I had already cleaned it up outside.
Did he bleed in that corner?
Let me talk.
Did he bleed in the corner of the room? Okay. I'm sorry.
Can I talk?
Okay. Go ahead.
He had already been bleeding from his foot. We hadn't at that point in time fixed the room. The only reason I put the room, cleaned it up, or whatever, was because later on I did that before you got there.
So you cleaned up the room before I got there? Okay.
Shut the fuck up and listen to me. As far as making the thing back up, fixing his Legos back right, I did that
Cleaning the
myself
wall, right?
before. Huh?
Cleaning the wall, right? That was part of the cleanup?
Cleaning the wall.
You said...
Gannon and I had already done that.
Okay. I'm just trying to put the timeline together.
You're talking about cleaning something prior. Like, it was prior to what you're even talking about.
Okay.
This is what you're not understanding.
Well, I'm trying to understand because you told me you cleaned up the rape scene in his room initially, and now,
Yes, my clothing, and I've already told you that.
Okay.
Okay? I've already told you this, Albert.
What about the corner where the blood was? Did you clean that up too? Okay, was that part of the cleanup? And that's fine if that was part of the rape cleanup. I mean, but was that part of the cleanup?
Rape Okay, now you're trying to go off.
No, I'm trying to understand all of this. You never told me the rape wasn't true and the banging your head wasn't true. You told me the bicycle wasn't true. You didn't tell me this part wasn't true. So did you clean up the corner too? Was that part of the cleanup? Because that's where the blood was. And like I said, that all adds up to an accident to me, and that Quincy Brown is responsible. Okay. And that you just got scared and freaked out. Or was it your blood from when you banged your head? I mean, what happened? What happened in that?
You told me you knew that it was Ganna's blood.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm assuming it's his, but if you banged your head that hard to pass out, you probably were bleeding too. Maybe you fell into the corner because the beds were pushed together. I don't know. I'm just trying to understand. And then you cleaned it up, and that was part of the cleanup that you talked about. Just explain to me what's going on here.
It is embarrassing to explain to you, Albert. It's embarrassing.
It's me.
Okay?
It should be embarrassing to me, babe.
You're not. Don't call me babe, because you don't really want me as your babe.
Everything else is part of the situation after we find Gannon. Whatever we decide at that point.
It's my blood and Gannon's blood.
In the corner?
Wherever it would have been on the roof.
Okay, keep going. I'm gonna shut up because this is freaking me out.
Don't even start with the whole freaking me out like you care.
I care if it's. I don't want nobody to bleed. What are you talking about? So you cleaned up your blood and Gannon's blood in the corner? Why didn't you tell me that?
I did. You just said I told you about the cleanup part and whatever about it. I mean, you're just like, it doesn't matter what I tell you. You think it's funny. You just want to laugh at me. That's what you want to do.
I don't want to laugh. I don't want to. No, I want to know where my son is and what happened. How did your blood get there, and how did Gannon's blood get there?
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
I've already told investigators that. Okay.
All right. Well, tell me, because I don't know.
Since they let you in on this no. Since they let you in on this supposed crime scene that you shouldn't have even been on if it was a crime scene, then they probably let you in on everything. Okay. Or they did things illegally, whatever they did. My point is, it is embarrassing to tell you that. Okay. Embarrassing. Okay. Because you know why? You're not going to take my side, so what does it matter?
I am going to take your side.
You spent this time trying to put me on trial. Have you been in the car to go find this dude, or have you put me on trial?
Listen, you told me you were getting the address or the phone number or something from the attorney's assistant. Okay?
Listen, the reporter's about to do a whole report on it.
Okay, so why can't I have the address and go there?
So I'm sure the address will be on the TV in a minute.
Okay, so I can't do anything because I got to wait for the TV report, the breaking.
You don't got to wait for the breaking news report.
Listen, all I know is from a voice on the phone. Listen, what I want is what I told you I wanted initially. I want our 5 people in our family, 2 dogs, Christmas presents. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, and if this was, I'm just talking about. That's the last time we were all together, happy, enjoying, and that I can think of. That was good.
What could pick up?
I'm just talking about good times.
That starts with you. That starts with you saying, "I want my wife and my daughter here, and Lena here, and we're all going to sit down and we're going to all go find Gannon."
Right,
that starts with you.
And we can fix.
Right, I gotta stop it right there. It's just fucking mind-blowing listening to that. So I can imagine hurting a child, especially if they aren't yours. You'd think you'd do even better job at not if you're a demon. Ugh, demon. Yeah, a few red flags, more like a dozen. 2 dozen. And she abused the poor girl oh God, that's awful. I have to. Here's the call. The full call of that one. There's so many more to play. And also, like I said, check out Melissa Jade, check out Alex Erickson, Crime Curious. They are doing a great job covering it. I'm just here to talk to you guys about it because I want to talk about it. Blows my mind. Woman is so evil. And like I said, it is a rabbit hole. Oh, thank you, Alma. I'm so glad you were here. Make me laugh, crazy ass. The Ward case. Yes, that's what I meant. Yes, the Ward. That's where I got that video from. That call is from the Ward. Thank you, Shmita. I believe this link should take you to their channel. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alma. That means a lot. Consider myself to be a bit of an old soul. Who knows? Whatever. I can be very childish too at the same time. How about that? Okay. But other than that, yeah. So I haven't decided what I want to do with my channel, really. That was crazy. I'm glad you listened, Andy. I'm surprised. There's so much more. It is truly a rabbit hole, and we'll continue to go down the rabbit hole, even if just a few of you guys want to come in. So, anyhow. Oh, thank you, Alma. Thank you, Kelval. Okay, until next time, you guys have a great day, all that good stuff. It's the weekend. Woo! Andy, maybe we'll be live tomorrow, Andy. I don't know. I know I've been busy. Andy's always being Andy over there. I never know what he's up to. Sneaky little guy. Once I come around and I'm a loyal bitch. Bye, Nevaeh. All right, everybody. I'll see you next time, and we will continue to go down this rabbit hole. I'm not done yet. I've got things to say. Things to say. I just have to figure out how we need to piece it all together. I'm trying to establish the timeline here, but I'm jumping around all over the place. But, whatever. We'll get better. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Please, please, please check out those channels. Alex Erickson, Melissa Jade, The Ward, and Crime Curious. All right, everybody, have a great day. I'm trying to find my thing, and I will see you next time. All right, there we go. Bye, guys. A disclaimer that I don't have all that much time today. Got a little bit of time today.
This beat is going to drop in 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's fair game, right? Bye, everybody.